monsters wanna talk to me. No quarter drawn by lawyers on a crimson sea. We black willows break like waves. We are fragile creatures on collision with our judgment day. Nightbird says she knows my name, but she don't.
Hey there, I'm Jimmy Talarico, self-proclaimed monster whisperer. Glad you've decided to join me. Today I want to talk about being pissed. To be more specific, I actually want to talk about the being pissed after party. What happens after that initial reaction? So let's get into it. Have you ever had momentum going for you? Maybe you persuaded a group to pursue an initiative you were passionate about. Maybe you simply got some friends to agree on a location for dinner. Maybe you steadily built up an idea that you knew would improve your company. Most of the time, building momentum takes work. It takes sustained energy and commitment. Maybe you had to put yourself out there and be vulnerable along the way. Now momentum is building. You're riding high, feeling like nothing but possibility is in front of you. The stars are aligning. It's all coming together. Then the rug gets pulled out from under your feet. The group gets busy with other things. The restaurant's closed. The idea is canceled. And you feel pissed. Rightfully, legitimately, and appropriately pissed. Man, it's frustrating. It hurts. Makes you want to give up, tell someone off, just run away, or all the above. Just pissed. And you know what? Maybe that's okay. Be pissed. But what will you do next? Where does your perspective go? What will your next move be? I'm thinking back on a recent experience I had like this. I don't need to get into the details of the situation because actually what pissed me off is not the important thing. I'm sure we can all name dozens of experiences we've all had like this. I think it's common for us to take offense and to take things personally in these situations. It's not wrong to have those feelings. We're human after all, and I'm not interested in pretending we should all go through the crap with smiles on our faces. That's not real. Feeling pissed is a real thing, so let's acknowledge that's okay. Now, what pisses us off is actually not the important thing. The important thing is what happens next. How do we respond? The response is what matters. And this is where things get tricky. We're angry, but we shouldn't respond with anger. We shouldn't respond with revenge or hate. If we go to these places, it's probably because we're trying to validate ourselves at someone else's expense. If we think we need to respond this way, or if we think it's justified, it may be because we're still looking for others to confirm our value rather than having that internal assurance of who you are, regardless of external circumstances. That understanding of yourself and your identity comes from taking time to sit and learn from your monsters. I'm certainly still learning. I'm only at the beginning of this journey. I'm at least far enough along, though, to see clear changes in how I think and act. What came next for me, in my experience, was a result of beginning to understand my monsters and myself. In the midst of my pissed-offedness, that internal voice, that monster ally, changed my perspective. It was as if it pulled a curtain back and showed me possibility. And this thought came to mind. This event that pissed you off may be the doorway to greater opportunity. Then a calm came over me. Was I still pissed? Totally, but it didn't consume me. It didn't dominate my thoughts. It was supplemental to greater thoughts to greater possibilities. And settling back in on my strengths, my purpose, my identity, the things I've learned from doing the difficult work of sitting with my monsters, I regained the validation I needed to reconfirm who I am and that maybe my ideas are worth sharing. It's important to reiterate this was an internal validation of my identity, not external from someone else. It's not a great feeling, but I'm getting used to the fact that most people don't think like me. That's fine. The problem comes when roadblocks get in my way of sharing what I know only I can share. But I don't need to fight through it. I need to feel through it. I need to remember what I've learned about myself through sitting with my monsters. I need to remember that most people haven't taken the time to get to know theirs. It allows me to show empathy and to ultimately address the situation with love. So I'll evaluate my circumstances from that frame of mind. I'll learn and I'll grow. I'll change how I communicate, and I'll look for opportunities in those relationships that cause this minor setback, and I'll find ways to reconnect and move forward. So what's next? I have no friggin' idea, but I'm learning more about myself. I'm finding more resolve in who I am. I'm comfortable with that. And I believe it started with building my relationships with my monsters. Think back to an event that pissed you off. It might still hurt, but it's in your past. Remember, you're in the present, and right now, you're okay. So going back there now, what is your biggest positive takeaway from that experience? How will you use it to make you better moving forward? It's okay. Be pissed, but remember to listen and remember to learn. Thanks all. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to my website in the link below if you appreciate this content. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you. Till next time, have a great day.
Monsters wanna talk to me.